these flamethrowers, they fuck you up. And some funny shit happens. So let's look at the enemy's base. They have anti-tank, and at this point I'm sure we realize that maybe rolling tank heavy is not smart because I have so many fucking Knights Cross. They're so cool. And then again, they're upgraded all the way. And if you're unaware of how these work, I decided to leave a few units just in case they decided to push something fucking fierce here. Just in case, I wanted to have some units to spare. So I tell all these guys to move down here. Ooh, where did I tell them? I told them to go right in this area above these trees. I did that because I knew that if I have eyes on here, they don't. I have eyes on there. And Corby's just facing some bullshit engineers, which is really awkward because that should be their primary fucking objective, is get the units out of their base. And so I say to Corby, right here I have a Goliath, and what I'm going to do is use these. I'm going to make sure that this bunker is an MG and this bunker is an MG. So if this bunker goes down, this bunker will back it up and give me enough time to destroy the bridge again with this Goliath. That was the plan, and then we're going to move all these units across the bridge and then blow the bridge behind my units so as to cut off any and all, everything ever. So nothing can get in or out. What we missed here was that there was a little tank, and there's this tank. This tank was actually out of, this top tank that's been blown up. It was out of range, we thought, of this 88. Turns out my bunker was in the way of the 88, so it couldn't shoot, and that's why I just killed that one there, was because it was just blocking. So we know how to defend this now. I did put a lot of barbed wire and sandbags just for fuck's sakes, and then they've got these guys, which is kind of funny, and I start... For me, it's like, okay, bridge is in, start moving these guys up. They start moving in, and then Corby says, they were prepared! And then they were prepared! And then the engineers start going underwater, and then Corby's like, holy shit, they were waiting for you, right? Absolutely funny how that played out. Corby gets his guys in here. I think I used propaganda of war on someone or someone soon. I think I use it on these units when Corby moves up and I move up again. I know Corby defended a lot of these guys off. But anyway, I have to keep my units here. I start developing another Goliath, and then these units are just here. And then Corby's going to run in there, give me eyes on so I can drop another V1 and another Firestorm. And I have 2,000 manpower, 1,000 munitions, and 3,000 gas, right? Corby at this point has 750 manpower, 1,000 munitions, and 2,500 gas. So we were sort of rolling, and we just decimated as many units as fucking possible. I start moving my guys up. I have a Goliath right down here to go on the bridge as soon as we get across. And the video is almost over. So yeah, Corby kept doing that. I'm sure I was telling you something else before and I never finished my sentence, but I'm sure it had to do with the fact that they went anti-tank, and so we said, hey, fuck that shit. Why did they keep making anti-tank? I put another Firestorm down there. Corby at one point in time puts the butterfly bombs down, so they're basically landmines. Corby spawns people in there, just a little bit. I put Knights Cross in there just to save some casualties during that barrage. You didn't want anything to happen. They get a few tanks. They had some forces up front here. Couldn't fucking do anything. Just really couldn't. I feel like I was trying to explain something to the audience a little earlier, and I got interrupted, and now they don't know something that I expect them to know. That circle right there actually means that he's got like a plane circling or something that allows him to take out armor, but I believe it only takes armor out on our side, so I don't I don't know how effective it was. They start spawning in anti-tank units, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And oh, I recall again. Thank you, brain. I think my brain less often than I should, but I was explaining how the Germans have the ability to upgrade certain units, so they can upgrade. I think it's the infantry, and then the light vehicles, then the heavy vehicles, and then the special units, and then like the super special units. And I move up just to make sure that they're not hiding anything and get rid of these motherfuckers. Again, I didn't lose many Knights Cross, but they did do a barrage, and that kind of fucked our guys up. But to reiterate, when you upgrade your units, like my Knights Cross, I upgrade my Knights Cross, so they do more damage because they're better. They have a better aim. So they do more damage, quote unquote. They also they don't get pinned down as easily. They're more veteran, and they have as I would say and Corby would explain, great evade or great dodging ability, and they just don't get hit by anything. Really, it might be because I can upgrade their veterancy manually versus having them in combat, but for whatever reason, they're just really good, and then they have the ability to spend munitions in order to use a Panzerfaust, which is just an anti-tank, and I think 3 of them, back armor, will actually destroy a tank, and definitely 2 of them can take out an anti-infantry vehicle. So, I mean, they're extremely versatile, extremely useful, and you can upgrade them to just be beasts on the fucking battlefield. They do damage, and they don't take damage, and they just run. They don't care. I think these units will actually run. Nope, I fucked up because I moved them too early. I have units run past MG nests, and the units just don't fucking care. They, honest to God, do not care about the MG nests. This guy ran up from over here at the MG nest to take this, and just ran past him. And they're just veterans, I guess is the best way to put it. And because of that, they become much more valuable. Now, granted, I made tons of them, and because they're 360 manpower per creation, and it takes the Panzer commands in order to make them. And personally, they're my favorite unit. Maybe there's better units out there. Maybe I just don't play as the special teams because I don't have them. But these guys, they're in squads of 3, which I guess is supposed to make them fair. I don't know. I've seen them take out everything, and at this point in the game, we're like, how the fuck did we just beat an expert computer? We walked in here and fucking raped. Corby's healing his guys up because we were sort of expecting like a hidden army just right in here. Like, just, hey, guess what? We have tons of shit. I drop a V1, as you saw. Come over here. And you know, we expected them to rebuild their base. They didn't even drop engineers down. I honest to God do not know what the fuck was happening. And I mean, it was great. For whatever reason, it just went relatively smoothly after we pushed them back out over this bridge. CPU expert killed, infantry under attack. That's probably just us attacking each other. And yeah, so me and Corby beat an expert computer. It was fucking crazy. Before, I don't know if I mentioned this, before we started, I actually told him, I said, Corby, you know, we just beat 3v3, 3 of us versus 3 normal computers, and halfway through Ace lost connection, and it was just me and Corby, and we just made that push, you know, and we have a relatively good strategy. As Corby put it, when he goes British, and I go tank heavy, armor division Americans, we put, he fortifies anti-everything, and then I end up pushing, and he says, with my defensive nature and your pushing nature, your attacking, he says we really work out together. And I explained to him, which he probably already knew because it's Corby. I mean, there's little you can explain to Corby that he doesn't already know. But I said, you know, when you have very little footing left and you're starting to get pushed back and you're starting to reach that point where it's like, I can't fortify anymore because my units that I'm putting up there to fortify and to push are getting destroyed, that's when I find you need to push. Because I feel if you push while you have that footing, if you manage to jump while you still have a little bit of footing, you can get them to retreat and get them in a corner in which you've been hammering on their base all night, but they've just been repelling that, and you're about to lose that line. What else can you do but try to attack? And I find if you try to attack, you can destroy a lot of their in-base stuff. You can end up destroying their HQ and rendering them basically useless. And you know, that's my philosophy on the game. And Corby maybe doesn't think like that. Maybe other people do. Maybe other people don't. But for whatever reason, we have a very good strategy where it's fortify, and then right before we get fucking dominated, make a push that we should have made 10 minutes ago, but we didn't because we thought fortifying was a better idea. And in the end, the fortifications hold us true, and our assaults succeed, and we beat an expert computer. I also told Corby, hey, let's pick a map with water, because if you have bridges, you can keep everything a fucking way. Everything's at bay, because you have these snipers here, these wonderful snipers, that will kill any engineers that try to fix it. And if they start barraging you, well then you have an HQ right next to it just to make more snipers. And you don't let them get the bridge back up, and then you funnel them in, and if they don't funnel in, you fucking counterattack from the side by spawning units in this house and attacking their HQ. Thank you for watching. That has been Fich and Corby beats an expert computer. Fuck all. Next time, me and Corby beat 4 expert computers. When I mentioned that to Corby, he said we need a little more practice first. You know what I said? I didn't mean in this life, Corby. I meant in the next one. In the next life, we'll do that. Oh yeah, and I don't believe that K-Scans, aka Brendan, has in fact beaten 4 expert computers on his lonesome. I don't believe it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed defeating the expert computer as much as I did. And we will end up trying to defeat the expert computer on a normal map, perhaps without water, even though I suggest water every fucking time we choose a map. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. I'm Fich Kilroy. I will see you in the next video, depending on when this is released and when that next video is. It could be either the bridge or the puddle playthroughs, quote unquote, videos. So I bid you adieu, and I will see you next time.